do our two warm-up problems. You do number 42 up here.
Okay, do number 42.
Alright, we'll do 42. You want to do this one?
Yeah, I want to do that.
Okay, go on. I'm still coming around and I'm still stamping. Might as well.
What are you stamping? The warm-up.
Today's warm-up.
I mean, cool.
Oh, well, you're Can you explain what you did there?
Since one of them is equal to the other one, and they're on the opposite sides. One is in the denominator, and the other one's in the numerator.
Yeah.
You could cross cancel them.
We could if this was this fraction times this fraction, then we can cross cancel, right? But this isn't the multiplication like this, right? This is equals. So if we want to solve for t, right, and we saw this yesterday when we were solving for x over y, what do we have to do? Well, yeah, we have to cross multiply. So we have to multiply this times this. Is this the means or the extremes? Do you guys remember that from your conversation with Mr. Rupcha? Here, let's look in the book in 7.1 on page. On page 455, the extremes are a and d. Okay, so we multiply the extremes, and we multiply the means. Okay, so when we do. So unfortunately you're wrong. You're misled here. Okay, but what do we get when we multiply 2t plus 4 and 2t plus 4?
2t plus 4 squared.
Okay. And then what do we get when we multiply 15 2?
100.
Alrighty. Now this is where we got stuck yesterday when we were playing bingo. We didn't want to spend a lot of time expanding this, but how else could we solve it?
Take the square root out of 100.
2t plus 4
Alrighty.
equals 50.
If we take the square root on this side and the square root of this side, what am I left here?
2t
Oh, yeah,
plus
plus
4
minus.
is equal to 10.
Plus or minus 10.
We get
Yes.
plus or minus
5th grade.
10. Okay? So we actually
That's what she always says though.
we actually have two equations, right? We have one with negative 10, and we have one with positive 10. So what's t? We have two possible solutions.
14.
Negative 3 plus or minus 3.
Negative 7.
Negative 7 plus 3.
Right.
Yeah? Oh, yeah.
It's, this is
Yeah.
minus 4,
Negative
negative 14, 2t. So this t equals negative 7. And this is
7. Positive 3.
positive 3. 2t equals 10 minus 4.
You could have just looked into
We want to show our steps. Mental math, if, you have a handle on it, it's just fine. But we want to see the steps that we take. Alright? Okay. I'm going to continue stamping your warm-ups after we get going on today's exercise. But let's reacquaint ourselves with where we are. Okay? I want to come around the room, starting with Elizabeth. I want you guys to sound off on your new numbers. So you're
1.
1, 26. Alrighty. So I'd like our new Tuesdays
On Monday.
to come up and help me pass out geoboards and handouts.
You know, you seen anything yet?
That's these two groups.
Just to make sure you get all the movements back from what they did.
Polygons.
I said we only got one bag.
It's alright, you guys can share. If you need more, let me know. Okay. We're following the instructions listed on our activity sheet here.
Thank you. We're gonna go outside. Do you want these turning color?
Okay. Alright, everyone want to look up here? See what we're doing? What we're going to do is we're going to construct polygons. We're going to construct 2 polygons at a time. Okay? We're going to compare them to each other. But the first thing we have to do is this. Where's you got it.
You should erase the board.
I should.
It's gonna be really hard. I have a really good shirt.
Oh, I know who took it. Alrighty.
Oh. Don't mind me. Pretend she's not there.
You guys see that?
Yeah, ish.
Ish. I should use that clear one, huh? For projectors, yes. Alright. So this is just like what you got.
See? I can't see. Why don't you put a color paper under your mister?
Yeah. Do you have a color paper? 2, 3.
Purple or full? We need like a darker color.
It's alright. You guys can see me. You're only about.
They'll see the rubber band.
Yeah, car.
You guys can see me. What we have to do first, see, if you look at the instructions on our worksheet, we're given coordinates, right, on an XY plane. So we need to create our axes. So you need to get a rubber band. How many pegs are across? And how many pegs go down?
7 or going up to down?
11 and
11.
Should be 11 and 11.
Only?
Okay? This is what we have to do then. To create our y-axis, we want to count to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we want to put a rubber band that stretches from the 6 peg all the way down. Okay, same for the x-axis. We want to count 6 pegs down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If they rip, just set them aside and we'll throw them away at the end of class. You guys have to be really careful with the rubber bands, okay? Handle them with both hands. Place them carefully because if you slip, we're going to have rubber bands flying across the room, which we don't want. Okay? Can you see my axes now?
That one hurt.
On 6 and 6.
Oh, that looks cool.
It looks cool, but not helpful.
Yes, it's very helpful.
Does everyone have axes?
Yeah.
Be careful, some of the rubber bands are shorter than others, so they won't stretch across as easily. So if it feels like it's really taut, then just use a big rubber band. Okay? Hey, alright. Alright, so now we have our x and y axis. Now we can take a look at our sheet, okay? We can use a geoboard to apply what we learned about similarity yesterday. Okay, we're going to construct 2 figures and I'm going to show you how. Alright, so, for example, on page 47, at the bottom, there's 2 steps. Does everyone see that?
Yes.
Place a band around the points -4, 1. See, we got 5 on either side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. Okay. So in the example on the bottom, I've got -4, 1. Can somebody read the rest off to me?
5,